Lindsey Stirling, hello. Thank you guys for joining. I've never done anything like this. I've never done a live stream concert from home. This is really fun, and I'm really excited. I'm like actually sweating because I'm nervous. It's like cold, yet I'm sweating. I'm a cold sweat. Anyways, I just want to say my heart goes out to all of you. Everybody's in a bit of a hard time right now. We're all feeling it in different ways, and I just wanted to do this because I think it's really cool that we can all still stay connected. And I loved something that Jessica Yellen told me yesterday. She said, we don't have to social distance, we need to physical distance, but we can still be socially connected. We can still see our friends. Wow, there's like 2,500 of you, holy cow. Anyways, with no further ado, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna play you guys some music. By the way, Kit, my keyboard player / guitar player, was so nice, and he recorded some tracks for me so that I didn't have to play completely alone. And so, anyways, you'll get to be rocking out with me and Kit. I have my little boom speaker. Let's do this. So this first song I'm going to play for you is off my most recent album. It is called Underground. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This next song I'm going to play for you guys is one that I just had to play because it's the song that changed my life. It's the song that led a bunch of you to me. And years ago, I was living in Utah. I was trying to make it as a musician. I couldn't figure out how to do it. And, I think a lot of times in life, we have no idea that a turning point could be right in front of us. Here I was a struggling artist, not knowing how I was going to make ends meet, not knowing how much longer I could do this. And then I wrote this song that changed my life. And so, we all face times we don't know how long our struggles are going to be. We don't know how much longer we have to be in a situation, like right now. But you never know what lights can be right around the corner. what bits of hope we can find amongst those situations. And so this song, yeah, I had no idea when I posted it on YouTube that it was going to change the course of my life. And you know, every time I play this song on stage, I'm actually, or even for what this song has done for me. So anyways, I'm really glad I get to play it for you now. And again, I just want to say, I hope you guys are staying safe. I think this concert series by Global Citizen is amazing. They put this together with a series. It's like a music festival of a lineup of different artists so that we can stay connected and we can stay together while being safe and at home. Anyways, I'll stop talking. With no further ado, this is a lot of your favorite of my songs. This is Crystallize. I decided to do the full version of this one just for you. Is my backup music too loud? Is it not loud enough? I tried to test it as best I could. Anyways, okay, so anyways, again, thanks for everybody who's joining. Wow, we have 5,000 here. That's like half of Red Rocks. That's awesome. You guys are tuning from all over the world. Again, I'm praying for those of you who are sick and hurt right now and affected by this. We are all in this together. So, love you so much. This next song is a fun one because that was kind of like a moody song, and I'm not gonna lie, I really like to write like dramatic, moody music. Drama queen. But this next song is just a fun one. This is actually a song that made my favorite music video. So, a little fact about me is people ask me a lot where I get my inspiration from to write songs. Sometimes it comes from a very emotional place, and like, you know, I write it based on my life experiences or like messages I want to share. And then sometimes I'll often get a music video idea and I write a song so I can make that music video. And this next song, that is the case where I was actually, people are guessing it, you know me too well. But yeah, I was actually in the studio kind of just jamming with this producer, and then all of a sudden we kind of fell upon this guitar lick and this violin lick. And I was like, I know what this is about. This is a story about a guitar slinging outlaw that comes into my town, and I have to protect it with a violin. So it was always supposed to be the showdown between a guitar and a violin. This is an instrument or an acoustic version of it. And also halfway through, I'm going to switch to another song that's called Don't Let This Feeling Fade, which I have to brag a little bit. Rivers Cuomo sings on that song, Don't Let This Feeling Fade, from Weezer. Big fan, big fan. I was like, I can't even describe how excited I was when he wrote on this song with me. So anyways, this is a combination of Roundtable Rebel and Don't Let This Feeling Fade. Again, thank you guys for tuning in from home. I hope you're staying safe, because really the whole point of this series is not only because I love to share music, and my tour got canceled, as many other artists' tours got canceled because of the coronavirus, because you know what, the most important thing to do is to stay safe. So since we're all at home, which please guys, please work together and let's stay home and beat this thing, so that we can, you know, I can see you on tour again soon. Anyways, no further ado, let's do some fiddle. When I was a kid, I loved fiddle music, and so I wrote this song kind of inspired by country fiddle. Okay, here we go. Round table rebel.
They want you to talk about Global Citizen.
Oh, I did, but I'll talk about it again. Thank you.
Okay.
You're the best.
Bye.
Okay. So,
You're not here.
thank you. My sister's watching from the other room with her adorable little kids. That's right. I came to be with my sister like a week ago when all this started happening so that I could, stay in and stay safe. Again, I just want to thank Global Citizens and the World Health Organization for putting this concert series on, because literally it is like you're at a festival. You just get to experience it from home. And they've had everybody from like Charlie Puth to Coldplay to like just so many artists that are amazing that are on a lineup. And through Global Citizens and the World Health Organization, they've been putting this concert series together so that from home we can all be safe and we can feel like we're together while we're separate. So I just really do want to thank them so much. I didn't have a printer, so I wanted to print a big sign and put it behind me. By the way, also, I'm in the, I've like tested the acoustics in every room in the house. I almost ended up doing this from the bathroom, yes, because we all know that, why do we all like to sing in the shower? Because there's great acoustics. Anyway, so thank heavens I found a room that had really nice reverb, and so this is where I am. But yeah, just again, thanks to Global Citizen. And also, so you guys know, next on the concert series is Juanez at 2 o'clock. I'll put a link after this live stream is over to him so you can check out his stuff and you can be a part of his live stream as well. And then my girl Amy Lee is at noon on Sunday. Yes, Amy freaking Lee is doing one of these. You know I'm going to be tuned in to both of the artists. So I just happen to know Amy personally, and she might be one of my idols, and so yeah, anyways, sorry if I sounded more excited, but I'm excited for both. So anyways, Global Citizen is amazing. We're gonna slow down a little bit, and this next song is called Between Twilight, and it's on my most recent album. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my favorite melodies I've ever written. Whenever I play this song, I feel so at peace. And this, my album was called Artemis. It was named after the goddess of the moon, Artemis. And Between Twilight is kind of like the moon's lullaby to each one of us. And I think I was so inspired by kind of the symbolic nature of the moon and what it means to me, because if you think about the moon, it goes through phases. Sometimes it's full of light and it's bright, and sometimes it's dark. And I'm not gonna lie, when I lost my dad and then I lost Gavi, they both passed away to cancer, I thought a piece of myself had died with them because I was so depressed through loss. However, I had started to kind of accept that, like, okay, I guess that this is just the new version of me, and that rose-tinted glasses version of Lindsey is gone. However, then as I started writing my Artemis album, I started to feel myself come back. Like the full of life, full of light, full of like excitement, like that side of me came back again, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's not that I was gone. It's just that I was going through something hard and I was covered in shadow. And that the moon has become a symbol of kind of mental health to me, because it reminds me that my emotions and my feelings don't define who I am. They are not my identity, they are a passing experience. And we go through phases of light and we go through phases of shadow. And, I love the fact that if you look up at the skies and the moon is dark, you might think it's not there if you didn't know any better. But just because the moon is covered in shadow doesn't mean it's not there. And just because you're going through a hard time doesn't mean you're not still powerful, full of love, full of passion, full of life. And if you keep having hope, and if you keep working on yourself, you will come back to your fullest light. I promise you. And it's really helped me realize that I will have shadow days and I'll have bright days. And that doesn't define who I am, because above it all, I am a powerful person, and I love myself, and I'm full of light. I just sometimes get a little covered up when I go through hard things, and that's okay. So anyways, sorry, I'll stop talking. I'm such a talker. This next song is called Between Twilight. Ooh, my hands, it's really cold in here. I'm freezing. Okay. puts me in a state. I go somewhere else. It's so weird when I play that song. I literally am not in this room, and you know where I get transported to, and I'm not kidding. In that song, I get transported to the middle of a forest at night, and there's fairies flying around me. Now you know how my mind works, and that's what I felt when I wrote this song. And so we just shot the music video, and you can guess where it is. It might be at night in the forest, and we found some fairies. Anyways, and there is a really fun special guest in that music video. Oh, do I tell you? Do I not? Okay, I won't tell you because it's too far away. It's not coming out anytime soon, sorry. But anyways, that's one of my favorite melodies I think I've ever written, so that one's special to me. Okay, this next song, I'm supposed to end in like 3 minutes. I'm gonna play 2 more songs for you, so sorry. Okay, this next song, I really enjoy the meaning behind it a lot. I wrote it inspired by Brené Brown. How many of you guys know Brené Brown? She is amazing. If you got some time on your hands, which I think you do, I would highly recommend reading The Gift of Imperfections and Daring Greatly by Brené Brown. Just a little thought from me to you, a suggestion. But the quote she uses in the beginning of the book Daring Greatly is by Theodore Roosevelt, and I'm going to read it to you because I don't want to mess it up. But this, okay, I'll just read it. It says, "It's not the critic who counts. It's not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows great enthusiasm, the great devotion? Who spends himself in a worthy cause? Who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievements? And who at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who never knew victory or defeat." Oh, that just makes my heart. And the whole point of the book Daring Greatly is to inspire people to be bold, to go after your dreams. But if you have the courage to do that, know that you will fall down. You will face some failures. You will have, it's not if you fail, it's when. Because we all are going to fall down multiple times. And I've realized that the people that succeed are not the people who never failed. It's quite the opposite. The people who succeed in life are those that fell over again and again and again and stumbled and got dirty and got muddy, but they picked themselves up every single time and they got stronger because of it. And any successful person I know, that is their story. That is my story. I stood on a stage 10 years ago at America's Got Talent, and I thought my musical life was over. I was told by the judges on live TV in front of 11 million people that I sounded like rats being strangled while I played my violin. I tell you, in that moment, my dreams were crushed and I was devastated. And it took me a long time to get over that. And I almost quit. I was like, this is too hard. This hurts too much. I cannot put myself out there like this. But I decided to add one word to their statement. They told me I wasn't good enough. And I realized it's not that I'm not good enough. It's that I'm just not quite good enough yet. And I worked really, really, really hard. And I became a seasoned performer because, to be honest, I wasn't that good when I went on America's Got Talent. I wasn't ready for that stage, but I worked my tail off so that no one would say that to me again. And it honestly doesn't matter because the credit does not go to the one who's in the arena or the people who are making comments online and calling you whatever and saying you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not smart enough, you're not talented enough. Who cares what they say? Because guess what? They're sitting in the stands. You're the one that's in the arena, taking the risk, falling down, getting up again. All the credit goes to you. So anyways, that's what I wrote this next song inspired by. This is The Arena. I recently rewatched the music video. I'm not gonna lie, that's a dang good music video. Derek Hoff, shout out. This music video was the first time I ever was introduced to ballroom dancing. Got a taste of it and I couldn't get enough after that. So anyways, okay, The Arena. citizens for putting this together. Acoustically, but also because the meaning of this song is about hope. And I specifically wanted to write it about, like, to capture a feeling. And I was describing that to the producer. I was like, you know, when you're scared and you don't quite know what's next in life. However, you start, you know, you're kind of going through the darkness almost, and then all of a sudden you see this like pinpoint of light at the end of the tunnel. And it's like you get this glimmer of like, hope. And so I wanted to write this song about that feeling when you transition from fear to hope. And that's what I tried to capture in it. And, you know, at this time, there's a lot of people who are afraid. And the best thing we can do, honestly, to find that hope is to stay safe and to stay inside and to, you know, to take this really seriously, because the more I learn about it, the more I realize this is scary. But if we fight fear with love and show that love by doing everything in our power to stop the spread of it, that is going to be what gives hope to other people. That's what's going to give hope to the world. Reaching out to people, doing everything you can in your sphere of influence to share light and to share hope. I'm going to be here for you. I'll keep doing my like little live streams, whether it's workouts or playing for you. But I just want to thank again, one last time, Global Citizen and the World Health Organization for putting this together, because this is the perfect way to fight fear and to find hope, is by banding together, sharing art, sharing love, and encourage your friends, encourage your neighbors to stay home, because that is the way you can be the least selfish. It's the way you can show the most love and the most courage right now. So I just encourage you to do that. It's going to be hard for all of us, but let's stay connected. And if you stay home, I will do another one of these. But only if you stay home. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm sorry, I've been hanging out with toddlers for the last week. So all of my social skills are turning into like how I would talk to my toddler nieces. I'm getting really good at it, as you can see. Anyways, okay. warm my hands, and then let's do this one last song. Again, don't forget that after me at 2 o'clock PST, Juanes is going on, and then tomorrow you've got Amy Lee at 12 Pacific time. So, mwah! Okay. Whew. Anyways, that was so fun. I'm relieved that technology worked. Like, I always get nervous for like live stream stuff. Just like, please, technology work. Don't cut out Wi-Fi. But anyways, I just want to say I love you all. I appreciate the support I've seen amongst the Stirlingite community that you've shown to me, that I've seen you show to each other. We have people in our own community that I've seen that are sick, and you know, it's happening to people all over the world. So let's spread some love. Let's do everything within our power to help them, because whether you think it's affecting you or not, this is something that is going to affect everybody. So let's do our part. Let's stay home. Let's be in this. Let's be true team players, at least among this community, please. Do it for each other. Do it for me. Do it for yourself. Do it for your loved ones. Again, thank you, Global Citizen. Thank you, Kit, my keyboard player. Kit Nolan, he made these tracks for me, so I really appreciate that I didn't have to play alone. Also, thank you, Coda Bow.